Welcome back to Vanadil Adventures, or if this is your first time, buckle up. This is not your average MMO. This is Final Fantasy XI, the OG online Final Fantasy that defined a generation. It's slow, strategic, beautiful, elegant, but quite brutal. And today I'm diving in from level 1 on the classic era server. That's level cap 75. No hand holding, just me, a rusty sword, starting out here in the elven homeland of Sandoria. Final Fantasy XI dropped way back in 2002, and at the time there were only a few MMORPGs even on the market. It was the first and only game to bring the Final Fantasy franchise in as a true sandbox MMO, where the player decides where to go, what to do, and what type of hero to become. Unlike modern MMOs, and despite the warning that you click through before logging in, this game didn't care if you had things to do offline. Final Fantasy XI demanded that players struggle, group up, and earn every single skill point, level, and bit of gil, which is the in-game currency, that they could find. And speaking of currency, we're in southern Sandoria, and this is the auction house, or AH, where players can buy and or sell their items, gear, and materials. And this is northern Sandy. Over here is the Mog House, which is sort of like your home or apartment in the game. Fun feature of the Mog House is that in your home nation you can actually decorate it with furniture and items and things that you collect on your adventures. In the Mog House you can switch between jobs, access additional Mog House only storage, and use the delivery box that's for sending and receiving items to and from others. Inventory space is really tight in this game. It's always an issue. You juggle gear, crystals, crafting materials, but honestly that's part of the charm. Everything has value and every gil counts. Before leaving the safety and comfort of the city walls, we'll talk to one of the NPCs like this one in Southern Sandy that can grant us Signet in order to earn points, rewards, and compete with the other nations for global conquest. Walking through that gate in Southern Sandy brings us out to West Ronfer, one of the starter zones in the region. As a new character, we don't have much, just some starter gear and a little gil. Everything else has to be earned. In some ways, the combat seems slower than modern MMOs, but that's because it's more strategic. Positioning, pulling one mob at a time, choosing your targets wisely. This game absolutely punishes the careless. One down, only 200 more to go before we get to level 10. So this farm is all about rabbits, worms, the occasional bat, and every once in a while an orc will wander in and join the fight. Just the classics. New characters have no skills, so as you fight, those skills will continue to increase with every hit of the sword, every parry, every dodge, every bit of damage. It all matters. Because Final Fantasy XI is a menu and text-based game, One of my favorite things to do is to edit the macro book and have those text commands ready to be activated at the push of a button. The thing that makes this game what it is, and the thing that keeps bringing people back to Final Fantasy XI, even in 2025, is the atmosphere. It's the music, the community, the slow and rewarding march of progress. It's a world that feels alive. Even now, decades later, walking through these forests still hits me right in the nostalgia. You don't rush this game. You experience it. You live it. Every level feels earned, every zone full of memories. And when you finally get that first party to take on Valkyrie Dunes, mwah, you'll never forget it. Alright, I'm going to grind to level 10 on a couple of jobs and then get ready for next steps, which will be quests, nation rank missions, and then settling into the right job. Would you do me a favor and drop a like for some of these old school vibes? That'll also let me know you want to keep the series going. Hitting subscribe really helps the channel, and leave a comment on this with the thing you're most excited to see in this series. Until next time, may your adventures be fruitful and your link shell full of good friends. We'll see ya.